Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and in this episode I'm afraid to say it's going to be two 3.5 classic Briggs and Strattons. One's a full service and one is a starting issue. Now the first one I'm going to do I think is going to be a gasket and diaphragm issue, and there is hundreds and millions of these videos on the internet and what have you how to do these. However, I had a comment off of a subscriber a little while ago. I purchased some gasket and diaphragms from an online source. I can't even remember the company I used. I think it was something like CWS or something like that. I'll have to have a double check through. But he also purchased some and then messaged me back to say he's had some rough runnings, and I think this is the same problem. So I've picked up some more gasket diaphragms. Now I'm a bit dubious about these as well. I went onto the internet and picked up some genuine Briggs and Stratton gasket diaphragms. However, they did not come in the packets, so I'm hoping they're just a job lot and they are genuine. But they're advertised as genuine on Amazon, so generally they have to be genuine. So I'm hoping they're going to be doing the job. So that'd be a straightforward gasket diaphragm, but I want to have a look to see what the gasket and diaphragm looks like within this mower. It's only about 2 months ago I sold the lawnmower, but it has come back. So the gentleman did say initially he couldn't start the lawnmower, that's what he said, but on top of that I think he also had put in old fuel as well, so I want to check the fuel out as well. So that's that one, and then the other one is just a straight service for my good friend just down the road. I'll get those two done. So it's not going to be the best video in the world, I understand that, but like I keep on saying, I can only service and work on what comes into my shop. The hater is on back shelf for now until I can get hold of the carburetor, and then that will then come back in. So that's out the way and done with until further notice. So without further ado, let's bring the first one in and let's check out these two Briggs and Stratton 3.5 classics. Oh, I forgot to mention also, I've just installed my first lot. I'm buying another 2 sets of these, hopefully, of my desk tidies. So now on my desk, apart from just the odd bit and pieces here and there, everything is now installed, and also I've now got me my grinder in place as well. That's now up and running as well. So a bit more tidying to do yet, a lot more work in here to do, but I'm getting there slowly. So as I just said, you know, the 3.5 classic lawnmower has been done to death on here, but you know, it's all I've got that's come in, so it's starting to really quieten down now over here with regards to lawnmowers coming in. A lot of it is all finished with pretty much, apart from just the odd run and repair. So I do have a problem with a Honda, which I'll show you a bit later on, but it is what it is. It keeps me busy, so I have to keep doing them. Let's get my magnet tray, I need that. Over here. 3/8. So you have to forgive me about the old lack of content, but it's what it is. Let's have this off. That spring's a bit wonk and all. Right, there is some fuel in here. Let's put it on the bench and let's see what this fuel looks like inside. Right, I'll get you as close as I can. Let's have this fuel out. Let's have a quick look, see what it looks like. So it had brand new fuel in it and a tank flush when I did it, and straight away I can see that this fuel is yellow in colour, and that wouldn't have been the fuel that I put in. I know that for a fact. Let's have it out and let's have a little look. Yeah, he put in stale fuel from last year. The fuel, as we all should know, should be pretty much transparent. So that it could be that's the reason why it didn't want to start, or was rough starting, rough running. But as you can see, that there, that's, well, that looks like a sample. I'm just going to take a quick photograph of that just so I can show the customer. He's due in tomorrow. So that's that disposed of, that can be used for cleaning. But I am intrigued as to the rough running. He said it wasn't hunting, he said it was just spitting, sputting about and not doing a great deal. So whilst I'm here, I'm going to have this gasket and diaphragm out. I'm just interested to see how it's held up, because this one had a gasket and diaphragm when I sold it to the bloke. It's got the O-ring on the back of it, which is good. Take that off. So this sort of video may bore a lot of people, but hopefully you're watching because I'm on it. I would like to think that. Dogs are yapping. Come on, off you come. Okay, let's have a little look at it. As you can see, the gasket and diaphragm is actually in really good condition. It is brand new, but there is already a slight bulge to it, just on the diaphragm side. Not a lot. It does actually feel quite saggy. So I'm not happy with that. And as you can see inside here, we've got this yellow. I'm trying to get a better light. This yellow sort of stuff in the bottom here. That's what's coming through the tank. So I'm gonna find my air compressor, my air compressor. Give it a good clean out, and then we'll go from there. Right, I have now just literally blown through the jets and what have you. Good old tidy up, and I've also cleaned the top of the tank out as well. Just a bit concerned that make sure there's nothing else inside this tank. There shouldn't be. I'll try and get a bit more of that out if I can, just to make sure it's all out. Oop, that's gone all over me. Let me get a bit of rag in there just to soak anything up that's left. Poke that in as far as it'll go. That's it, and just give it a good swirl around. Just want to get it all out best I can. I did suspect that it was a fuel issue, but that's what it is. Right, that's nice and clean now. Yeah, there's no fuel in there. That's good. Right, I've got my gasket and diaphragm set. So the old diaphragm goes on first, as always. Follow very closely by your gasket. These do look like a genuine part, to be fair. That goes on there. Metal galls on top of the main jet. On there. Switch him round. Just hold it with your finger whilst you put that bit in there, and then seat it all down. Don't force them, they will find their own way. Once they're half seated, using a cross method, just nick them all up. I'll get all nicked up and I'll come back. They're all nicked up, and this is my old stale fuel container with the red thing on top. I'm now going to pour this yellow stuff out, and just to show you a comparison. Between the two. A bit of a tidy up first. I spilled a bit of fuel by the looks of it. Put a lid on that before it spills. Let me grab my other fuel, 2 ticks, and this is my fuel. And as you'll be able to see, the difference in colour is quite vast. It's got a bit of a tinge to it, which is normal. This fuel's only probably about 2 days old, but it's nowhere near compared to what we had going through that other system. So let's now just put that into there. I want enough just to be able to test it. So probably about half a tank there. I'll leave that off, let that evaporate off. Put the lid back on it. So I'll try and prime it. And should see it shoot out the back. Yeah, there it goes. That's priming beautifully. The primer bulb's in good condition. Right, so that's that done. Let's get it back onto the mower and then test fire that. So it's just a quick run and repair of this one. So then we'll get onto the other one. Right, let's get her back on. Put the linkage up. Twist the little elbow back and put it all on together. That's that. 3/8 goes in first. Just start it off by hand. Push your 13 in. Nip up your 3/8. And bosh in your 13. That's that done. I'll do the air filter. There it is. Air filter's nice and clean. And go in. So yeah, just a quick run and repair. And hopefully that's fixed this little mower. That was just failing to start, and when he did get it started, it was running really, really rough. So I'll have it outside quick, and we'll fire this little one up, and then we'll bring the next one in. As long as this one runs all right. It may not run yet. Bit presumptuous of me. Alright, 2 ticks. I'll put it outside and we'll run it up. Right, let's give this a little go. That's on. 3 pumps. And let's try and fire it up. One more. Yeah, happy with that one. Okay, that's that one done. As I say, quick 5-minute job literally, and it was just literally just bad fuel. That was the issue. Let's get the next one in and we'll look at that. That's a full service on that one, so that'll be a bit more involved. And as I said before in the last video, it's got a drive system on it, but the drive system is obsolete. It didn't work when I picked it up, and I sold it as a push mower. So let's get it in and we'll have a look at that one there as well. So here's the next little cookie, another 3.5 classic. Let's try and fire it up first, just to run it up so I can get the oil to thin out. The exhaust is on the other side, blowing straight outside the door, so I'm happy with that. Tie the dead man's handle back with my clamp. Make sure there's nothing underneath the mower, which is not. Give that a couple of pulls. Right, that's nice and warm. That's been running for about 3.5, 5 minutes, somewhere in there. You can get it tinking actually, so that's how warm it is. Now I know that my mate did put some oil in here. It wasn't the correct oil, but these Briggs are pretty resilient anyway. It was running a bit low. He said it was mucking about, very sluggish, but he was cutting long grass with it, so that might have something to do with it. So let's have a little look. I think he's had this one about a year off of me. There's a good friend of mine, he works in a vape shop. near where I live. Plastic decks, I can't put my thing down there. I'll do. Let's have that off, if it would come. Yeah, yeah, lovely. So we do away with that. That's one of the green filters in it. But I might chop that out for a yellow one. We'll see, we've got a spare plastic one. I should have. Let's get the oil extractor in. I'm going to put it up on the old stool here, possibly, to make it work. And that's now, I've had to tip this lawnmower right up on its far side to ensure all the oil come out, because the oil sounded really watery. So that's now all out. So happy with that. Let's put that to one side. Don't kick it over. Happy with that. Let's remove the HT lead. Let's put the oil filler cap back in just in case there is any residue, because the lawnmower's now going to go up on its side. That's cool. Right, let's have it up on its side. Somewhere about there would be good. HT lead is off. The blade is absolutely mullered. Let's get the impact. We've got a 14. No, next side up. It's a bit sloppy. Drop that. Well, I've got another socket, but it's not an impact socket, but it's a much better fit. Is it run the right way? Yeah. Well, this is really giving me a run for my money. It does not want to come off, so I've had to resort back to the old-fashioned way of putting a bit of wood in there and whacking it with a club. But I got her. So that impact gun wouldn't even take that off. But I have recently just turned my impact down, so I'm guessing that's got something to do with it. So I might just tweak that back up again. Right, happy so far. We've got lots of stuff to take out here. All this sort of stuff's got to come out, and this assembly here's got to come out as well. This belt, it's not doing anything at all. He has said he doesn't want it reinstated, so he's quite happy with that. So I'll have a bit of a clean up and I'll come back. Right, the blade's all sharpened up. Just going to nick it back up to the impact. Now I can. I don't know who put that on, but it must have been done up with a serious impact. Mine's only a hobby one, but that's the first one that's actually refused to remove. So that's interesting. Right, blade sharp and balance, all cleaned up, done, and the belt's been removed off of the drive, so happy with that. This can now go back up onto its wheels and roller. That's the smell I can smell, which is the petrol coming out of there. Right, next job I want to do, I just want to remove the top, just so I can get inside and just have a clean off inside here. Once I find the right size socket, which is that one, just to give us a bit of a happy birthday. I was in here last week because he ran me up and said his pull cord had snapped, so I did a run and repair on a pull cord for him. So that's all been done. I didn't have any air tools, obviously. I was mobile, so yeah, if this carburetor's filled up with fuel, that's what I can smell. That'll probably smoke a wee smidge when we go to fire it back up. That's that one. That one. remove all that. That can come off and go and sit over there. Just want to remove, yeah, there's a lot of residue on there. That's where I can smell that smell from. So I just want to remove this pull cord assembly, which by rights should be 3 3/8 and an 8mm on the top for the oil reservoir filler. All I want to do here is just have a good spray over. Just keeps the dust down effectively. But my main concern is the air thinning course, because it wasn't running quite right. So I want to blast the old air thinning coils of the fins that help cool the engine down. So before I do that, I'm going to get a bit of tissue, put it on top of the carb. Want nothing in there. Followed by a bit of tissue in the oil filler. And then just a quick jet blast off. This is my eldest son Ethan, just interrupted my video. Hi Ethan, how you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What are you after, buddy?
Bike lights.
Bike lights. Well, I only say this once. You're going to university. It's not dark out, mate. You don't need lights at the moment. Look at it. It's only about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
We'll do it at 11 tonight though.
Okay. I bought you some lights, didn't I?
They're not on there. They're not on Brandon's or Josh's.
Well, Josh's bike's not here.
Yeah.
Well, then have them in the kitchen, buddy. Might be some in the drawer. Failing that, I've got a head torch you can use. It's got a red light on the back, I think. It'd be in the kitchen drawer, buddy. That's my eldest little boy. He's off to uni. Oh, who's this coming down here? Who's that I can hear calling my name? Ah, Daddy? What's your name?
Daddy?
Yeah. Is Poppy sniffing you?
No, Daddy.
You look absolutely.
Daddy?
You look absolutely
Is
wound.
Mummy's phone?
Mummy's
Daddy?
phone. Yes, here. Yeah, I got it.
Are
Yeah.
you recording?
I'm doing a call it. Yeah. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Oh, I'm recording.
Yeah, you can come. You can.
Wait.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He looks absolutely buzzing on cloud 9.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll come and see you. Bear with me. What is it you want? You want Mummy's phone?
Yeah, talk you.
Okay, righto. You can't talk to me because I'm in here doing a video, aren't I?
Daddy, I'll hold it,
You
Kara.
can't hold a camera. It's on a tripod, sweetheart. Isn't it, eh? Yeah.
Stupid, Daddy.
Righto.
Bye.
Did you just call me stupid? I think you did. He looks absolutely hanging off the walls. So I might have to go indoors in a bit and carry on with this a bit later on, because you get so overstimulated it's not even funny. Right, so that's M38 done. Pull cord is all fine, so I did it the other day. That's all on. The cover can now go back on. Everything is there is cool. Let me just find my little bar, so I'm not going to sit and wait for them to do up with my screwdriver when I've got a nice tool here that is the reason I bought it. Right, so my Riley boy is absolutely buzzing, but he's actually ringing me up on my phone. He's sat out in the garden talking to me. Say hi, Riley.
Hi.
He's on my phone just down here chatting to me. He's only over there.
Daddy.
Yes, mate. YouTube. Hi, YouTube. So, brand new air filter gone in, but I've upgraded to one of the plastic ones, not one of the metal ones. So, I just prefer the yellow ones. And plastic ones, they do a much better job in my opinion. So that screws down.
Daddy?
Yes, mate.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yes, mate.
I picked up me. A horsey.
Oh, you went on horses?
Yeah.
What, today at school?
No, this is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
Righto. So he's on about he might be going horse riding or something tomorrow. That sounds good. His school is for a special needs school. His school is fantastic. We really do look after him. So a bit of a clean off, and then what I'm going to do next is fill up the oil.
Yeah.
And you put a new spark plug in, and then we'll be good to go. So let me fill up the oil, and I'll come back to you. Right. So let's now do the oil. Riley's still on the phone somewhere. He's indoors, but ringing me up. Oil is now just above the maximum, but I'm expecting it to drop after it's been run. You alright, Riley?
Daddy?
Yes, mate.
Mommy?
YouTube.
Oh, is it hi?
Yeah, say hi.
Hello. Hi, Richard.
Hi, YouTube. That's Riley Boy saying hi, YouTube. So I've got a brand new B2LM NGK spark plug. I just want to gap that to the correct setting.
Mama called Daddy.
I'm coming in 2 minutes. I won't be long.
Okay. Bye, Daddy.
Yeah, I love you, boy.
Bye.
So that's now gapped up to 30 thou, which is where it should be. Let me just move it back a touch just so I can get in here. Take that spark plug out because that's no good. Well, it's not that's no good, it's just not new. I dare say it'll be okay. But put them over there out of the way. There's a new spark plug going in. So it's had all change done, finished. It's had new spark plug gapped to the correct setting. Air filter all done. Blade sharp and balanced. All blown off. Coil checked for correct gap setting. The blade brake of the dead man's handle all works as it should. That's all good. So I think we're good to go. I think this lawnmower's done. So one final clean. And then that's that little lawnmower finished with, I think. All ready for my buddy. I do believe he's just subscribed to the old channel too, so no doubt he might be servicing his own mower next year. Right, that's all done. All the height adjustment all works anyway. I'm convinced of that anyway. Try and turn if I can. It was working. Here it goes. It's quite stiff, but it's quite an old system. That works. Right, let's get it on the deck outside and let's give it a quick fire up. Right, let's give this one a fire. It may not want priming because there was a lot of fuel on top of that carburetor anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of fuel in there. Let's knock that out first. That's where it's tipped up on the side. I'll take a couple of pulls just to pull it through. Super job. Okay, so that's 2 lawnmowers now up and running. That last red one just wants a little fine tweak. I may even change the top governor spring yet. It's not quite running as fast as I would like, but it has been tipped over, so it wants running for a little while. It's running a little bit lumpy, but I'm convinced that once it's been run for 2 or 3 minutes, just to get me all nice and warm and burn off any excess fuel that is on top of the carburetor, that would be absolutely bang on. So that's them 2 jobs jobbed. Only took about 45 minutes total, give or take, so they're now ready to go. I'll go back indoors now and give Riley his dinner, get him bathed, ready for his bed. I've got work tonight. So after that, I want to show you the Honda, that big Honda commercial one I had come in. That's now living here at the moment. The wheel fell off, so I need to sort that out as well at some point. But all good, so happy. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Micks Mowers, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like and whack the bell. And if you've got any comments, positive or negative, you know where to stick them. Until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you all soon.